Ну, большого размера.
А
Hello,
говоришь?
guys! Hello, guys, and today we have a Russian girl YouTuber, Daria Step. It's like I even shy a little bit. Hope I won't get a red face, you know. So beautiful, like Daria Step, but also smart and travel a lot. So we're gonna discuss like our travels and Daria Step. Like hello to you, привет.
Hey Sergey, thank you so much for inviting me to your stream. And I think people should know that you lied to me. I asked you, like, I was preparing for your streams. I've been on your streams. You always would drink. I'm like, oh, shall we drink? Shall I buy a bottle of wine or whatever? Like, so to suit your channel. And you told me no. And guys, can you imagine? He just drank few bottles. So
Oh, you
shame
gave
on
up.
you.
You gave up my secret. Yes, guys, but yeah, I am doing sport, but it's Thailand, Pattaya. I didn't know what to do. It's like drinking everywhere here. But yeah, at least I will be like more fun maybe to watch today. Yes, and Dari Step, you are now in Spain. Why Spain?
Yes. Yes, and worth to say, I'm in Spain, and here everybody drinks. Like Spanish people start drinking since early morning. So I'm like even shocked after Russia of that because in Russia we call it alcoholism, but here everybody is drinking, but they are not calling it like that. They're calling it enjoying the life. So it's quite interesting though. Like, yes, I'm in Spain. I really love it here, and when I moved, like, I was first of all like I was planning to go to Europe. I just didn't have a Schengen visa, and then there were complications with finding an apartment in Georgia. And then I have two Spanish friends here, and they invited me to come. But then so many things changed. It's now that my mom's friend, who like I was doing some projects and etc. for the last years, she actually has an apartment here, and she offered to stay here for free, so I could save money for masters and etc. That's why I'm living here right now.
Wow. By the way, like I'm interested if people speak Catalan language there or mostly Spanish, like this like Catalan. You
Yeah.
stay in Barcelona, yeah?
Yes, and most people speak here Catalan. I
Uh,
mean, Spanish they understand. Like I speak a little bit Spanish, and when I hear some people talking, and if I don't understand anything, it means Catalan language. Because in Spanish, like I understand a little bit.
oh, I see, I see. But in case of drinking, because I'm interested in this topic, even though I don't actually drink that much, just like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in
Did you
Thailand.
have at least one live stream when you were sober? Live streams have
Yeah,
been, been sober.
yeah, but it's live streams, yeah. But yeah, like they drink Spanish people, but maybe they drink just wine, yeah, like they don't get very drunk like Russians or maybe.
Yeah, yeah, they just drink, to enjoy it, like a few glasses, and they're not super drunk.
Mm. Oh wow, Leo P, hi Sergey, capitalist Canadian dollars, hi Dari, saw your uploaded tweet. Yeah, Leo P, thank you very
Thank
much,
you so much, Leo.
dollars. Yes. You see, it's like, yeah, Leo P, we'll talk with you later, and thank you very much. Okay, guys, by the way, you can ask questions. Now I'll create this start Q&A. You can write questions there. Uh, questions. I forgot how to write. Okay. Uh, did it work?
Oh, you could do that. That's so cool.
Buddha?
I didn't know that you can do it like questions like that.
Ah, yes. It's like Dima from Russia taught me because I'm old already, so I'm not very with computers and stuff.
How old are you?
Guess, I don't know. Like, you
I
didn't
would
know?
say I would say 26. Think
Well,
so.
older. But you see, if I am shaved, I look younger. I mean, yeah.
I
Yeah,
refer to
30. I'm 30, but it's okay. I know you are younger, but well, yeah, okay. Yeah, 30. I'm 30 years old.
Well, that's not old. It's like normal.
Yeah, but compared to, well, yeah, there are older Russian YouTubers. Like
Yeah,
Slava.
so like it's chill.
Slava is older than me. Like, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Konstantin. Yeah, maybe I'm third oldest. Yeah. Okay, but Dari, how was your like stay in Russia? Maybe you can say in few words. Like,
Yeah, sure. It's like Sergey, no, it was okay. Like in Moscow, like nothing is really going on. No talks about the war anymore. Like just people have their some basic stuff like they needed to do. For example, go to the shop, buy food, help their kids or family, go to hospital. Like so, that's it. Like people need some basics that they needed to fulfill some tasks. That's why like I don't know. It's okay there, like more or less. Prices increased. I feel it, but products and such, I think you can find most of the stuff.
mhm. I see, I see. By the way, have you been to St. Petersburg? I forgot.
I've been 3 times, but not this time. Like last time I've been there, I think I just turned 21,
Uh-huh. Wow,
so
but
quite a lot of time ago.
how, by the way, can you compare maybe St. Petersburg, Moscow? Like, it's like interesting topic, you know. Since you are the true Moscowite, like you were born in Moscow, you know, like and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah, and you're from Petersburg, right?
Yeah, yeah. So we have
Well,
petition, but to be
yes.
honest, in St. Petersburg, we think more about it. Like as I understand, because in Moscow, I think people think less of St. Petersburg, but in St. Petersburg, we think like more about Moscow. Oh, this Moscow, we don't like it or something. So it's like we have this
Mhm.
complex of неполноценности. How to say it in English? Forgot.
I forgot how to say this. Yeah, I gotcha. Like actually, most people like I know in Moscow they prefer more St. Petersburg. They're like, oh, it's more romantic,
Mhm.
architecture, blah blah blah. I disagree with that. Like St. Petersburg is fine. Like the city center architecture is fine, beautiful. But I'm not a big fan. It's so cold there. Like the wind is horrible. It's just killing you. And I don't know. Like
Yeah,
drink something is a festival just what's not mine. That's it. Like even though I recommend to visit the city to everybody. What about you? What do you prefer, Moscow, St.
yeah.
Petersburg?
Like in Moscow, when I'm in Moscow, I feel some energy, you know, that people even walk upstairs in metro like it's impossible. Like they touch my shoulder like can't pass you because it for me it's crazy. How can you walk upstairs like because metro in Russia is very deep, guys. Even though in St. Petersburg it's deeper than in Moscow, but still in Moscow it's very deep. And I
Okay, guilty because I'm the one who walks upstairs all the
oh my
time.
god, oh my
Yeah,
god.
usually I'm late, so and it's like okay, small exercise. Like so, I'm that person who walks every time, like no matter how far it is. Like I'm walking.
Yeah, but you know, like even if you are late, like for example, yeah, we're in St. Petersburg, we are more slow people. And for example, my thinking, if I'm late, sometimes I walk upstairs, yes, but if I'm late for the suburban train, for example, you know, but it hardly ever happens. But I'm thinking like that, okay, if I walk upstairs, I will get tired and I won't be able to walk fast, you know,
Mm.
after I,
You get used to that. You get used to that.
yeah,
Like because when I've been in St. Petersburg, oh my gosh, everybody seems so slow to me. Like so
yeah,
slow in metro. No one is walking. I was the only one. Like how to notice Moscowite in St. Petersburg? This crazy person who walks upstairs in the metro. That's me.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy, it's crazy. But in Moscow, yes, you are right. When I was in Moscow, even if if it was like minus 20 Celsius, guys, I don't know how much is it in Fahrenheit, but very cold. I didn't feel very cold in Moscow, but in St. Petersburg, even if it's like plus
Like,
5 Celsius, I still feel cold because of like, yes, by the way, we had like $50
yeah.
from Pauli. Yes, like it's
Thank
like,
you so much. We really appreciate
yeah,
that.
guys, you see, it's the power of Russian beautiful girl. Like that's why so much donations now, guys. I promise when I meet Dari Step, I'll buy her a coffee. But you can go to her channel and buy me a coffee like already.
Thank you so much. So nice of you.
You both are as brave as you are crazy to be out in that crazy world. Hello and praise from my bunker in the woods. Thank you, Pauli. Yes, by the way, maybe Pauli, we can make a live stream with you comparing like this village life and stuff, American Russia, but we'll see later. Thank you
Mm,
very much. Okay, let's check the questions if we have some questions already. Oh, we already have questions, Daria.
okay.
Okay, but first question is for me, like, sorry, Dari, but first question is for me.
Please.
John Claude Ben asks, how long will you stay in Thailand, Sergey? Well, I don't know, because Thailand, it's like I'm in love with Thailand, but the problem is that it's the best place for vacations, like, to have fun, to relax, and drinking, to feel happy, but yeah, you can't concentrate on some like work here that much, especially in place like Pattaya. So we'll see. How do I ask a question? Told me ask that. Question for Dari now from Whispering Boy. How long have you been watching Sergey's channel? Wow.
I think like 1 year and a half or something like this. Back to when we were chatting with you when we've been in Russia, like before the war and everything. So 1 year and a half for sure, maybe. Yeah, I think 1 year and a half.
Yeah, by the way, guys, I think Dari has a channel longer than me in English. So, but I found her like later. No, maybe also like 1.5 or 2 years. But I think you have a channel like earlier than me. Like, when did you start your channel, like English channel?
Okay, I actually started like 3.5 years ago.
Mm.
But in the first 6 months, I didn't post any. Like, I actually post two videos in Russian language firstly, and then
Mm.
I deleted it and started doing content in English. So I started doing like 3 years ago.
Yeah, guys, I think Dari is a little bit old, has a little bit older channel than me. So she's a veteran of YouTube.
Yeah.
English, Russian YouTube. But in general, I'm the most veteran because I do YouTube since like 2014.
Oh, you do it for so long.
Yeah, no, I have the Russian channel, yeah, and stuff like that. But I'm not the most successful, like I admit. Yeah,
Well, not yet.
not yet. Yeah. Uh, Leo question. Oh, for Dari question. Teka Moloable asks. Hi, Dari. I don't know, but I think you will enjoy more French culture. Bordeaux or Paris. Those places will be funnier, don't you think? Maybe next time we will see. Thanks. I think you will
Well,
Paris, yeah, before.
yeah, I've been a few times in Paris and I love it a lot. I love Paris. I one day I want to make it official. I hope one day I'll have a chance to live there for like 6 months at least, maybe a year, because I like architecture, I like art, and Paris is amazing. So yeah, one day for sure. Like Bordeaux, I think it's quite small for me. Still, I'm big city girl. I prefer big cities, but I do enjoy Barcelona a lot. Actually, I really liked here.
Mm, yeah, French. Like I learned French for 2 years, but I don't know that much, because I was flirting with my old teacher. She liked me. So I mean,
Yeah, like about French language, it's so beautiful. But you know what they talk about French people, that they're very strict to foreigners who don't speak French fluently. And I had a situation. I've been studying in Austria with my friend, like she's from France, and then she tried to speak Russian language.
mm,
Obviously, she made lots of mistakes. I didn't tell. I was like, "Oh, you did amazing, good job," because I know that Russian is incredibly, like difficult language. And then I tried to say some French words, like not bonjour, but like some a little bit more complicated. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, Dasha, please stop talking. You're horrible.
mm,
French, it's not for you." And I talked to this with so many friends from other countries, and they're like, "Yeah, that's a little bit about French people." So, but on the other hand, like she's still super nice, but exactly like speaking the language, that a little bit tricky.
yeah, I've heard about this that French people are very proud of their crazy difficult language, which sounds romantic and stuff. But yeah, and they hate English. No, they don't hate now, but they had 100 years war with Britain, England, so they like don't like to learn English and stuff. Like, yeah, it's like not so many French speak English as I know. Same as Russians, maybe,
I
like
think France more people speak English than in Russia.
maybe, yeah, but I mean, yeah, you are right. But comparing like France to like Germany or Netherlands, like I think in Spain also not so many people speak English, but still maybe more than in Russia. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, we
yeah.
discussed my local friend, Ingrid. She's from Catalonia, and she told me like the education in school suck about English. So, I mean, other languages okay, like other subjects okay, but English they've been taught like uh quite badly. That's why many Spanish people don't know the language. However, I found it interesting because I understand a little bit Spanish, so for me it's like okay, better practicing.
Yeah, yeah, it's better. No, I mean, it's like it's easy, it will be easier to learn. Like if they won't speak English to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Uh, Gosh, 101 people watch, but 51 likes. It's crazy. Like, I don't believe my eyes. Okay. Uh, Spain. Dari, like, you've been to Turkey recently, and I
Yeah,
also to Turkey quite recently. But why
yeah, we were
didn't you
supposed to
like
meet.
Izmir? Like, why didn't you like Izmir? Like, no, I watched your video, but I mean, like, maybe what were your expectations from Izmir, like, and you didn't, what didn't meet your expectations, about Izmir.
Mhm. Okay, so like basically Izmir, have you been there?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
lived there like for maybe 10 days or 2 weeks. I forgot.
Okay. Well, like every local told me like Izmir is so liberal, it's so nice, so pretty, blah blah blah. So when I came there, like for me, pretty city, it's like yeah, the sequels they're so nice, but it's also about architecture, about how the city is structured, and
Mhm.
for me, it was nothing at all. Like yeah, there were some nice streets, but if you walk like 20 minutes, it's already like kind of endless market. There is nothing to do, like there is, I mean,
Mm,
nothing to do in terms of visiting some places or etc. So and some areas were quite sketchy, I would say. I didn't feel super safe. um I don't know, I think I had high expectation. I was living, like, I've been living in Istanbul for 6 months, and
mm,
I was living in the most liberal city district of the city,
mm,
and there were so many trendy people. I don't know, like I felt good when I see, for example, if I see gays. In Turkey, it means it's super safe. Then, for me especially. So I
mm,
seen like many beautiful girls like in crop tops and etc. So I'm like, okay, all good. But when I came there, it turned out like it was quite religious still place. There were many people covered, which is okay. I just expected it gonna be like similar to my district in Istanbul. So um I don't know, I didn't see like so many, I don't know, like like, liberal, it's such interesting word, everybody understand differently. Like for me, I was hoping gonna be lots of youngsters, maybe some
Mm.
party. For sure there are some, but not exactly what I expected. And yeah, I was quite sad that there is nothing to do at all. The city, like, there is not nothing to do. So
Mm.
but the nearby towns in the area of Izmir, they're so lovely. We visited Ephesus, which I liked a lot. It's an ancient Greek city, amazing. We visited few small towns, Cheshme and Alachati, and they're also very pretty.
Mm.
So I don't regret coming to Izmir, but I don't think it's the place where I would like to return.
But
What
yeah,
do you think?
yeah, like, did you see the toilet in Izmir or in Ephesus, like the ancient toilet?
Mm.
Like, it's a lot of holes there, you know. You missed
I,
it.
yeah, I'm
It's
not
like
really
it's
going
like
to
your
toilets.
favorite place in Ephesus was the library.
Yeah, it's so
So in
pretty.
front of the library, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, you see, your favorite place was a library, but in Ephesus. But my favorite place was the ancient toilet in Ephesus, just in front of the Library. So maybe you missed it. Like it was, you had to turn. Like it's like
Yeah,
yeah,
probably, but like Ephesus was so nice. Like the ancient architecture, stunning.
and cats. But you are the fan of
Yeah.
dogs. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a dog person.
That's like the difference between us. I am more a fan of
Yeah.
cats. Yes, but you see, like you said about Izmir, the interesting quote that like everyone understand the word liberal differently. What I understood from Izmir that by the Turkish standards it might be liberal, but by the Western standards, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not liberal. It's like in Russia, like Saint Petersburg and somehow Yekaterinburg are considered like more liberal than other cities in Russia. But by the Western standards, they are not liberal at all. Like
Yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely right. And I think
yeah.
like because I used to live in Europe, like I've been living in England, in Austria for some time, Bosnia, like I'm used to live a little bit like that, and it's still I couldn't get used to live in Turkey. Like it's super beautiful country, worth visit, but for living, it's not fun.
hmm Yeah, and I also like heard some. I talked to some women like in Turkey, not Turkish women, but like Russian girls and stuff like that. So for me as a guy, it was very nice in Turkey, but for girls sometimes it can be different a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one difference. But like overall in Istanbul, like because I was living in the most liberal district, I felt okay. Um, the most like one of the safest district, the most popular one for youngsters. Like I felt okay, but some, for example, if I was going to some other places, I didn't feel super safe. So that's why like you like especially I'm from Moscow and I don't think we have dangerous districts in Moscow. It's not about like, oh, this area is so sketchy to walk there. No, like I think more or less is pretty safe around all the city, and I can't even find any district, especially certain part of district which are dangerous.
Mm,
While in Turkey it's very different. Like even two areas which is like I don't know 5 minutes by car can be super different, and like one can be incredibly dangerous, another one fine. So
yeah.
this is something like you need to adapt when you move to Turkey.
Yeah. No, yeah, even Turkish people told me like there are some neighborhoods, for example, because Turkey in got a lot of refugees, from like nearby countries. So in
Yeah.
some neighborhoods, like yeah, even Turkish people told me don't go to this neighborhood or that neighborhood. Yeah. Wow, wait, exploring with the Zuinus, $5. Sergey for new short shirt, short. I mean, to find wife. Dari, my wife, life loves you. Uh, do you think Russian cuisine needs to take a page from Mediterranean cuisine? So good. Dari, do you think Russian cuisine needs to take a page from Mediterranean cuisine, like from Greek cuisine, for example? Do you like gyros?
Okay, I'm guilty. Like I prefer more Mediterranean dishes than Russian ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for me, Russia is okay, but Mediterranean there are lots of fish, fresh vegetables, salads. Like it's more for me. In Russia, like it's okay, but I can't say I'm a big fan. But I'm really enjoying food in Spain here because sanctions. So now I can take hamon, which was cost like so much in Russia, and you barely could find it anywhere. Like here, it's so easy to take. So I'm right now enjoying sanctions products.
Wow. It's art to avoid sanctions now. Someone offered me in the comments to get married to avoid sanctions, like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, we'll see if we have some other questions. Okay, from Idel. It's like some YouTuber from Georgia. We had live stream with him. He asks you, like, Dari, is Dasha impressed by visiting Georgia? Which thing she mostly loved there and what hated? Interesting question, by the way.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time in Georgia. I've been there twice. I've been there last May, but just for a week. And now I return and I lived there for 4 months, 4.5 months actually. And it was nice. Tbilisi is pretty. Things that I liked, I think it's the nature around. Mountains were gorgeous. Wine was like Kirzmarauli. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Food was also great, even though at some point it started getting it was quite heavy for me. But it's still
Uh,
super nice. Uh, People were okay, like they were nice, they were welcoming. However, what I didn't like is the huge number of hateful messages towards Russians. Yeah, I understand why. Like we all like doubt educated people. Like I understand why they do that, but when you live there and you try to be nice, respectful to everybody, and then you see like signs, no Russians are welcome, good or bad, go back to Russia. It's mm, like I, for example, in Europe now, no one tells me anything. Like I'm not scared to tell that
mhm,
I'm Russian. I'm not scared to even by accident start speaking Russian. People don't here don't care. Like they understand that this is politics. While in Georgia, I was. I didn't know how a person gonna react towards me when I say I'm Russian. Maybe
mhm,
he was nice. Maybe he will understand that it's not my fault. Maybe like I was thinking, maybe there gonna be some hateful messages, like hateful behavior towards me. So that's why, like, uh, but this is only Tbilisi. Where if you go to Batumi or like Kutaisi, because I travel quite a lot there, and I didn't feel this anywhere else. But what I also like that they were my friends. We were just, I had my people there, and this is the most important. Like that you with somebody that and you support each other. Like it feels better mentally. So I really, really enjoyed my time in Georgia. I recommend everybody to visit it. Like I made many videos from there, like promoting tourism of the country. But if I want to live there, no, I don't want to live there.
mhm. Yeah, I
What
was
about?
in
Have you been
Georgia.
there?
Yeah, I was in Georgia in 2019. So, and even that time there were anti-Russian like writings, anti-Russian like even like on the cars they had some. anti-Russian writings and so on. So yeah, but that time it wasn't as like tough maybe as now. But yeah, like I liked Georgia very much. By the way, it's interesting that older people in Georgia, they like sometimes even want Soviet Union back. Did you notice it? At least when I was there 4 years ago, like I noticed it. Like older people told me we want Soviet Union back and stuff like that. But younger
Like,
people, opposite, they didn't want like Soviet Union. They wanted like to join European Union and so on.
yeah, like young Georgians, they're quite European people. Like there were lots of protests for now in Georgia, like where people like didn't want like some new laws that are similar to Russia. They don't want to be connected to the country anyhow. I would say that we talked to some people in some places. I've seen Stalin, like Stalin photo. I heard this in the video. Even some Georgians wrote to me about this. That sorry for that. uh, they were okay. Which I talked with some locals, like adults one. They were like, yeah, there was
Sorry. By
some
the way, if
drawback.
someone don't know, Stalin was like Georgian by
Yeah,
ethnicity. So yeah.
yeah. So that's why, like, he like they were like, yeah, there was some troubles, but also the life was different. So they were more okay, like not everybody, but more okay. While young people, they hate to be connected to Russia anyhow.
Mm, yeah, yeah. No, okay, yeah. You see, we saw the same thing. Even though I was there 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
actually have a question for you. In which countries have you lived since the war started, and in which place would you like to continue living? Is there some place like that?
wow, interesting. Yeah, like I think I'm the recordsman, in case of changing countries after again.
Yeah, I
So
think.
first it was Mongolia, then Vietnam, then capital is Korea, then Russia. I came home, and then Turkey. We have to say it Turkey now. Turkey, and then Thailand. So five, not so much. I thought it's more.
Mm.
Yeah, it will be more.
And which one did you like the most?
I think I'm the happiest in Thailand. Like,
Beer party.
no, not because of the beer. I don't know, but yeah, like
Warm weather.
I don't know everything combined, and
Mm.
I mean like the I am like I mean I don't want to say it, but since you ask, like I am more popular here. I don't know, like
Mhm.
like girls like me, even though they want my
Mhm.
money, but I don't have money, so
So they
like
accept you as you are.
yeah, no, some. I mean, yeah. I don't have money for this boom boom and stuff like that, but yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, Turkey was. I liked Turkey in case of like it reminded me of Russia a little bit. Maybe you will be surprised to hear it, but I'm in opposite. Felt like if I want to stay a long time somewhere, I would stay in Turkey. But at the same time, it was a bit boring for me because it was not a season, because I lived in Alanya, like tourist
Mhm.
places, so it was boring.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Uh,
Korea
what
is a
kind-
little bit boring as well. Yeah.
yeah, like my good friend right now, he's in Korea right now, and he's saying that yeah, it's like a village. I was surprised because
It's not like a village, it's like actually very modern place with skyscrapers and stuff, but their culture is, for example, sometimes foreigners here tell me, "Oh, why you Russians don't smile? Why you Russians like and stuff don't talk to people, not so open and stuff." But in Korea, it's much hard. It's much tougher. It's like
Hmm.
very closed culture. For example, if you wave to someone like that, I waved to someone like to some girls in Korea, and my friend told me like, "Oh, don't do it. It's too much for us." Or if you just talk to someone on the street, they will think you are very crazy in Korea. But at the same time, you see, it's like very modern country, like one of the best countries in the world. But yeah,
Hmm.
a little bit boring.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. I never been in South Korea. Like I haven't explored Asia much yet, but I really would like to come there. It seems so beautiful.
yeah, you can. We have visa free, like 2 months visa free regime with Korea.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, Mongolia, yeah, was very interesting country, but it's dangerous to drink in Mongolia because
Wow.
yeah, Mongolians are very like hospitable, friendly people, but when they drink, they become very tough. So I had
Okay.
some situations in Mongolia when someone knocked at my door, like tried to break
Hmm.
to my room and stuff because when they drink, they become like conquerors. Well, they conquered half of the world once.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
actually
what's
get what you're saying because I've been in Altai region and I've been just 60 kilometers from the borders with Mongolia.
mm,
And the thing is, like, there should be some holiday, like some celebration, like, oh, super,
uh,
I'm gonna come there, record the video. And she was like, you're like going crazy, like, you're not going anywhere. They're gonna drink, they can steal you, blah blah blah. You just stay at home and you're
yeah,
not going to the house at all. And
yeah,
this is a
yeah.
so
Even locals tell you that because in Mongolia, Mongolians told me like don't go outside at night, don't drink with because it's not I say it like local Mongolians told me don't drink with us because we become dangerous when we drink. So I respect them for this honesty.
at least
But yeah, but they're like very friendly people. But yeah, some no,
until drink. I
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, because we Russians like we drink. Sometimes we get crazy, but most of the time, yeah, like even
Yeah,
if we fight, we don't fight until someone die. Usually,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like one,
In Russia,
two.
it's many Russian people after drinking they even becoming warm and kinder.
Yeah, yeah. Like for example, you can fight with your friend, but next day you become even better friends. Like something like
Yeah.
that. Oh, Dari, it's like interesting question for you. I found in the questions. Hi, Dari. How deep is feminism in your roots? Are you a feminist activist, or would you like to be one?
Okay, that's an interesting question. I think I'm a feminist. I want to have equal rights. For example, I want to be able to create projects, also to work. Like, I can't imagine myself just sitting in the house, cleaning the apartment and cook. Like, I prefer somebody gonna cook for me, to be honest. Like, in these terms, yes, but I'm not very activist. Like, I don't go to protest, and maybe it's a shame that, but I don't fight for the rights or whatever. I just live my life. I want to be respected. If he's like talking about feminism, I kind of like expect him is dating or whatever. Like, I like gentlemen, so I like when for the first date like guy space, but later I can also share. And
No, yeah, I
in the
think you are kind of
right,
like not the modern type feminist, but like for equal rights and so on. But yeah, something like that.
well,
But you still like if some gentleman would want to open a door for you, you will be okay with it.
Oh
Or
no, I prefer to be. I will be waiting until the guy open the door for me,
ah,
because I'm like,
okay.
but I still consider myself feminism, even like that, because um, I don't know, like I think in the couples, like I prefer that they choose everything for themselves. For example, if my boyfriend would tell, he'll tell like Dasha, I'm used to share views, like and etc. I think if like living together, for sure sharing, but like even etc. If he's from another culture, whatever, like if he would like to share, sure, totally
Mhm.
okay. So we
But
like
wait, what did you say about share what? I didn't hear.
share the bills,
Ah,
like
bills. Okay, okay, I
yeah. For
see.
example, I like cooking, like
I like it too. I like it too. If you make a deal to share deals, I like it too. I mean, I like it. Yeah.
for example, like I think in the house, like it should be equal that I'm okay to clean the apartment, but I don't want to be the only one who cleans the apartment. Uh,
Yeah.
about children, for example, you know that in Russia mostly women do everything, and for me it's crazy that women work, take care of the kids, clean the house, cook free dishes for the husband. I'm like,
Mhm.
no, it should be like, okay, if the guy work, girl does work, obviously she takes more of the household, um, but still, like I could now understand this in the Russian, like in the Russian culture, that women do everything. Like I think this should be divided between the partners. Of course, if this is for me, like how I would prefer, but of course, couples and like people choose everything for themselves, how they feel comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, and I think this, how to say, kind of conservative look at the woman, which, like you said, like should cook and stuff like that, clean. I think it's mostly now in Russian provinces, but yeah, still maybe exist in Moscow and Pittsburgh, but maybe much less, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, I think now in Moscow, more young people like they also share. They don't like the woman just time and then cook. But even for example, in my family, like we kind of divided the task between each other. For example,
Mm,
my that he never cleans, but he always clean the dishes. So we kind of
mm,
divided all of this. My stepfather was like when I was younger, he just came to the family. He was like, "Yeah, woman should cook." Well, now he's cooking for us.
mm,
And he likes it. So I think he also was kind of with this, I don't know, like society pressure. But right now
mm.
he was also what I like when he cooks for us. So
Yeah.
like, I think just people should decide between themselves. Like I hope I explained my position, and
Yeah,
maybe
I like your position. It's like no forcing. It's just like if in the family they agree to do it, like yeah, it's good. I think like yeah, I totally agree with you. I think yeah. Sorry, I mean I'm sober, but yeah,
Mhm, are you?
yes, yes. Okay, we have a question from Tekamo again. Hi Sergey, you're amazing. Well, thank you. I mean, I know it, but usually only my mom tells me that. I am a big fan. As an Homo sapiens, would you colonize the moon? Well, yeah, because like to run from mobilization somewhere, I need like to run somewhere. So moon or maybe even farther. Okay, now a question for Dari from Marta. Dari, what undergraduate degree do you have and what masters will you be pursuing? Will you be studying in Spain?
My bachelor is in linguistics. Then I will be applying to study MBA in entrepreneurship, and now I'm going to be in Spain.
Mm-hmm. I see, I see.
What did,
Linguistic, but what languages did you like learn or something?
okay, this is such a shame because I studied English and German, and as you can see, my English is good, but my German I forgot immediately. Like after a few months after graduation, I already forgot how to tell like my name is Dasha, like to tell. So
Yeah,
I
maybe because like you don't feel like that you need it, practice, no practice. I learned French for 2 years in university, but I don't remember anything because I didn't feel I need it or I don't know. Yeah.
what did you
Huh?
what did you study?
It's like the регионоведение. It's like regions knowing something like no,
Mm, interesting.
like yeah. My I learned West like
Mm-hmm.
what politics they have, what economies they have, what natural resources they have, like culture. So I had to be a specialist in it. You know, for example, to work in the foreign ministry of foreign deals
Mm-hmm.
or like for some company like for example some Russian company wants to sell something in Western Europe and I would be like an expert in it, but I studied just for 2.5 years, so and I didn't really study well, so I am not very good specialist, like yeah.
But it's okay
uh,
experience.
uh
I think it's a still interesting experience.
Yeah, but you see, first 2 years you study some general stuff mostly in universities, like some even philosophy. We studied some German philosophers. I hated this philosophy, like to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
but it's for another topic. Usually girls love philosophy, but I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Dari, a question to you. You see, people are very interested what Dari thinks, like a lot of questions to Dari. Darya, do you feel unsafe in areas like Uzbekistan where you see so few women walking around in public on live streams? On live streams? Ah, I see. Like someone make live streams and like mostly men on the street. I think he means like.
Yeah, I didn't work at night. I don't think I would feel safe.
Uh,
We were app. During working during the day, I felt okay. Some men were looking at me like some subscribers thought that this because I was filming videos, but even when I didn't film videos, like I've seen them how they scream something from the cars towards me. Like I didn't like it, but mm, after Turkey, I kind of got used to that behavior. In
mm.
Georgia,
But what
uh,
what did they scream like? Just like hello, like beauty, let's
yeah,
talk.
come to us,
It's
blah blah
like
blah.
cat talking or
Get
how
calling.
it called? Cat calling. Yeah. Wow, interesting. Wow.
Yeah. So during the day it's fine. During the night I wouldn't really walk there to be honest.
By the way, do they drink there or like they don't? Like
Oh, they drink. They drink.
they drink. Uh, okay, from Scott Nesbitt, my long subscriber, is a question: how long do you feel that life will go for the Russian people? They say we are sick of living this way and stand up against the government. Thanks for everything you do. Well, Scott, I don't know, but it takes years, for changes in Russia. But sometimes it happens maybe very fast. I don't know. Yeah. Uh, I- Idel.
I think my connection dropped a little bit. Can you repeat, please? Can you see guys me well? Because I don't understand if it's my connection or if it's yours. I think it's you.
Maybe. But can you hear me now, Dari?
Again.
Yeah. No, okay. Did you hear the question?
No, I didn't. You're frozen.
Ah, no, okay. What city in Russia is the best? Which city is the best in Russia outside two capitals? Like for you, uh, except Moscow and St. Petersburg, which city in Russia do you like?
I think I would vote for Kazan because it's a
Mm,
very interesting combination between different religions. Because there is a huge, gorgeous mosque in the city center, and it seemed nice, but I wouldn't spend there more than 2 days, to be honest.
yeah, and by the way, it's Idel asked this question. He is from Kazan, like he
Mhm.
lived there. So yeah, I also liked Kazan very much. Like I think it's developed even better than not better than Moscow, but better than St. Petersburg in some areas. Like yeah, uh, Mouse the German. Okay, I will pass your question, but I yeah. Did you both see the new Shaman song? Puke Puke. No, I don't really listen to Russian songs anymore, new songs. Like, Dari, do you listen to Russian songs and stuff?
I
I
even don't
know,
know it.
yeah, I know who is Shaman, but I saw this Shaman on NFKRZ videos, reviews, but I've never even heard his songs and stuff like that, yeah.
Mhm.
But I know what you're talking about. Okay, question to Dari. Dari, why you decided to study German? She didn't
Oh,
decide it, yeah, but
oh,
yeah,
I decided because the thing I
decided.
decided so stupid. So I wanted to study Spanish all the time. Like,
Mm,
I love this language. I wanted to study it. But then I started talking to my mom's friends, to my parents. They're like, no, you should study German. It's better for business. And I wanted, like, immediately in my first year in linguistics, I realized that it's not for me and I want to study business. But it was already like, we're going to lose money if I will be just drop the class. I'm going to lose 1 year. So in the end, I stayed. But
mm,
for the language, I chose German because I was thinking it's best for English. And this is so stupid because Spanish, like, much more people speak.
yeah,
So no
South
logic.
America.
Yeah, I was young. I listened to the wrong people. Like, I should listen to myself. But I'm not repeating such mistakes anymore.
Yeah, it's like in Russia sometimes guys are being told like before you better go to army before the university and in the army
Mhm.
you will think what you want and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. I wanted to learn German as a second language in
Mhm.
university, but there was no place, so they forced me to study French. But French is very difficult pronunciation and stuff. But German, it's like Russian in pronunciation,
Yeah.
like natürlich and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So but Spanish, yeah, I would study Spanish instead of French. Sorry, French people, but yeah. Sergey, our leader, yes, I mean, I'm like male stripper. No, guys, if monetization will be cancelled, I'll think about becoming a male stripper. But by the way, Dari, didn't it affected you this monetization issues and stuff like that?
Yeah, it affects every day, unfortunately.
It
And
affected you?
I Yes, yes. Like, I mean, like, monetization, if they like Raiffeisen gonna stop working, and I think it will. For example, from YouTube, I don't think there is a way to get money if not register it for another country. Uh, so yeah, like, also about donations, like, buy me coffee is the only option that works. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you are saying, but have you heard about recent demonetization of like maybe half of Russian YouTubers, like maybe a week ago.
This, but I think it's not true because I didn't see the YouTubers tell about it. I've seen
No,
some.
it happened. It happens like maybe half of Russian YouTubers, but from English speaking, I've heard only Konstantin got demonetized. But
Is he still demonetized?
I don't know because most of those who got demonetized, they got monetization back like few days ago
Ah,
because it's just because of the sanctions. Google kind of banned a lot of people, so like, and they had to send them some documents again, like passports. But I think we had everything fixed already. Like we had like proper documents and stuff. Yeah, so
mhm.
guys, it's not like because of Russians, we are Russians, we got demonetized only. Some people say like, oh, like because we film like about Russia, like we got demonetized. It's not about that. It's because like Google has to follow American government sanctions. So, but now 90% of people getting monetization back. Okay, live chat. Uh,
We have a big donation actually.
Oh, блядь, I just see Ryan Williams 50 American dollars.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Yes, thank you, Ryan. Separate from current politics. What kind of government would you like to see in Russia? Do you all think democracy would ever work in Russia, or does it require a different approach to achieve checks and balances on individual power? Well, Ryan, like to be honest, I'm not so optimistic about the stuff and so on. So it's like these checks and balances, politics. Thank you very much for the donation, but uh, what kind of
I think you're. I think you're dropping again. You froze.
we are live? Okay, now I think it's okay
Hmm.
again. Well, you see, Thailand internet. I mean, it's so Ryan. Like I'm not very optimistic to be honest about like future like government in Russia and stuff like that. Democracy in Russia. So it's just my honest opinion because in Russia there was never democracy. It was like for 10 years some democracy, but still oligarchs controlled a lot of media and stuff. So, but at least there were like more freedom. So I think maybe next 10 years, if something unexpected happens, it will be the same in Russia. So yeah, like
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
my. I'm not very like optimistic that democracy like and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. But in the same time, in Russia, things can change very fast. Like I don't know. Like Soviet Union was like forever, but then in 1 year it collapsed. So I don't know. But uh, Leo P offers to change the country. Man, it's not that easy to change the country of YouTube because it's like you
Yeah,
have
you need to
to,
be somewhere else.
yeah, you have to live like somewhere to rent like I don't know apartments like to get some how it's called residence permit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, one interesting question from James. What is one thing you love about Russia? It's like I think for both of us question. Okay,
Mhm.
Daria, you first, I think.
Well, I love my friends, of course, like people that in my life. That's what I love about Russia at the moment.
Mm. Well, yeah, to me, if like one thing, I don't know. Well, just first which came to my mind that I am able to speak Russian languages, which is very difficult language. I don't know, and that I can drink as a Russian more than Asians at least. Yeah. Uh, okay. Questions. What? Any plans to visit Russia soon from Dima from Russia? Oh, Dima, you are so хвастаться, how to say, I forgot, like brave, but uh,
I
don't
actually
remember.
got like I will
Yeah,
come
Dari
to.
was in Russia just recently, by the way, you know? Yeah, she just left Russia recently. And I was in Russia in December. Dima, I will go back to Russia maybe in summer, you know? So, I mean, you are brave to go back to Russia, but I'm not afraid to go back to Russia too. I was in Russia in December. Okay, is Russian language somehow similar with Spanish in terms of building sentences and how words work in both? Well, I don't think so, Daria. Do you think Spanish is similar to Russian?
No, but we do have some similar words, so sometimes I can understand it, but I don't think it's similar.
Yeah, I think it's completely different. Like Russian is a synthetical language, and Spanish is well, I'm not sure about Spanish, but like it's not synthetical language. If because synthetical language, do you know that is synthetical language and analytical language, just difference. Like English is analytical language.
Linguistics.
You are the linguist, no? Like
I'm telling you, I find it.
yeah, like analytical language, it's like English language where there is a position of words in sentences. For example, you should say, "Do you like Russia?" You can't say, "You do like Russia." Right? You can't change position of the words in English,
Hmm.
but in Russian you can. Like no. If I say like I don't know, like. Yeah, Russian is more flexible language. You can change
Yeah.
positions of the words, but in English you have to say like this, like proper by the rules, like all the time. So
Yeah, what
English,
like I think even native speakers then don't really follow like all the rules.
no, they still follow. Like you can't say like I don't know, like no, yeah, but it's still different. Okay, I'm just like my English. I just wanted to say that English is more primitive language than Russian, but at the same time, I can't learn English that well to say what I think. Like Ivan Drago, hi, Dari. What about going to USA with a student visa, land of freedom and challenges?
Mm. I it's still not so sure about my master, so until I get like for sure, I wouldn't like to discuss it.
To visit USA.
Yeah, like I'm applying for master, so until I get for sure the feedback and with visa process will go well, I don't want to discuss
Wait,
things.
you're applying for a master's in USA.
Yes, I am.
I see. You haven't have you been to USA before?
No,
What city would you like to living studying in USA?
I think I would be perfect in New York. Like I always want, like, not LA, not San Francisco, but I think New York. What about you? Would you like to move to USA, and like, would you like to, I don't know, like, where would you like to live there?
Well, I've been to USA 10 years ago. By the way, mostly I lived in New York for 2 months, studied English there. But yeah, you are a big city girl, so you want to go to New York and stuff. But I just want to travel USA, the whole USA through this famous Road 69. I remember
Oh yeah, of
16,
course.
69 or 61. You see, I'm in Thailand, so these bad words, bad numbers come to my mind. 69 and so on.
Mm,
Yeah, and to see like how America lives, like also rural America and so on. But New York, I don't know. New York is cool, but I think Moscow is better than New York. To be honest. Yeah, New
no,
York.
like, because I don't really see myself living in Miami for sure. No, like the Midwest too, but I don't know, like Texas. Like, even though I would like to visit all this place, I just don't see myself living there. And to be
Yeah.
honest, and for sure, I would like to move to USA because I never been there. I'm afraid of guns.
Uh,
Like, used to like that the streets are clean. Like, I feel very comfortable in Europe. But I would like to visit and see, because you know that Europe, like,
see
it's
guns.
after,
Huh?
it's after New Year, like
Yeah,
21.
Thai New Year. Сейчас, 1 second. Блять. Oh, you
Water,
see?
yeah.
Yeah. But these guns are not very dangerous. Only if you put poison inside. I have a mission soon by the KGB. I have to use like this, poison with water, mixed with water. Someone like traitor, to find some traitor. So and no one will even notice, because it's just water, looks like water and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, but New York is interesting to live in the same time. Yeah, but center of New York is very clean, very nice, but like a lot of rats, very big rats, like crazy size. Yeah, but yeah, it's just in America. Yeah, I think only New York. In New York, you feel like you're in a big city. Maybe also Chicago, but other cities, it's like one so-called one floor America. Have you heard about
Yeah.
this term? Одноэтажный. Even Los Angeles, it's like one, uh, how it's called, city center with skyscrapers, but everything else like pretty much like
Hmm.
flat. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but guys, to America, you know, I think I can get visa to America, but you need money, to prove that you have money and stuff like that. So now not an option for me. Will Russia ever acknowledge that it was behind killing Apollo Creed? What is Creed? You mean crew, maybe Apollo? Uh, так. Guys, where are the likes? Oh, another donation I missed. Jeff Breeze, $20. Who is Mother Russia? When did she exist? Ah, Mother Russia. Mother Russia. It's like we have very huge sculptures in Russia, statues like Rodina Mать. It's not Mother Russia, but Motherland, Motherland, Mother. But Mother Russia, I think it's more like an English word slang, for like explaining some Russian stuff and so on. because I don't think we say like Россия мать, like in Russian, yeah, that мать Россия, we don't say that. It's like, I think it's mostly like it's coming from some English jokes, maybe like, Mother Russia, like, and stuff like that, English memes. Yeah, but Dari, where have you been since like last year? Georgia, Turkey, Greece, yeah, Greece,
Yeah, but I didn't
Spain.
leave it.
Yeah, but you visited and you were before in Greece,
Yeah,
and that's
Dubai.
all. Yeah. Well, wait, where have you been in general? Can you remember, like, in your life?
In more than in 37 countries, and in most of them,
27.
37.
37, crazy.
Yeah. So
I think
I'm
you're
quite.
the records man. Wow.
Uh, yeah, like I've been in many places, but since the war, I lived in Turkey, I visited Greece, I lived in Dubai, I lived in Georgia in different places, like in the village, and then in Tbilisi. Then I also visited Uzbekistan. Then I came back to Russia. Now I'm living in Spain. But I also recently visited Andorra, a tiny country between France and Spain.
Ah, wow, Andorra. It's like a principality, like княжество, principality.
Maybe, but it's a super tiny country, and you can travel
Yeah,
an hour from different ends of it.
yeah, yeah. Wow, wow. But
But you also travel
but
like
you
work.
haven't have you been to South America?
Not yet. Like in
I
America,
wasn't. So at least somewhere I can beat you in this, like, in
where
travel.
have you been?
Huh?
And thank you, Frost, again. Eh, you
What?
froze again. Where have you been?
Ah, you ask me what?
Where have you been in South America?
In Brazil. Brazil.
Mm. It wasn't just for
Brazil.
holiday or like because of work
Mm,
stuff.
No, I was like playing football, and I had some coach who like invited me to go there, and I was training football there, like in the local team.
That's
But
so nice.
yeah, but then I understood, I'm I had some injury in my knee,
Yeah.
and just physically I understood it's too late to become some football player, because you have like 2 3 trainings a day, so it's crazy. But I had some problems with my name in Brazil. By the way, if I would go to Spain, I also would have some problems with my name. Do you know why?
They would like to call you Sergio.
No,
No?
they would tell me Sergio, but Sergey translates in Spanish and Portuguese directly as to be gay. Like ser
Mm,
is like be, to be in Portuguese and Spanish.
okay.
So they were laughing about my name, like,
Mm,
Sergey, are you gay? Sergey, are you gay?
mm,
But then I fought with some guy, and they stopped joking, because I'm okay with jokes, 1 time joke, 2 time joke, 3 time joke, but one guy joked like every day, like, so I started to
yeah.
fight with him, and after that no one joked anymore.
Mm.
Yeah. uh, uh, okay. So let's check some questions, guys. By the way, thank you for your questions, because you see, I'm very lazy boy. I don't really prepare for live stream and stuff, so you help very much. Uh, question. No new questions. Okay, okay. Uh, Dari, so how long are you gonna stay in Spain?
I think I'm gonna stay until the beginning of July. Then probably I'm thinking right now going to Turkey to solve some banking issues. Then
Mm,
go to Georgia to solve the same issues, and then probably I'll come to Russia.
wow.
What
But
about you? How long
does
can you
does it
in the
worth it
US?
like to go fix these problems and stuff with this bank issues? Because you know you have to spend for these tickets and so on. Like,
Yes, like it's so expensive. For example, right now I needed one reference from my bank. My Turkish bank, they sent it to me in Turkish language, and I needed it in English. So, and I needed a signature, not signature, but a seal there. And they didn't do this. And I was afraid that I would need to go to Turkey right now, like then on Monday. But fortunately, they solved all this, so I will have a translator, like official translation on Monday. It will be much cheaper than going to Turkey right now. But I will need to do this, like I will transfer from one bank to another bank. And in Georgia, like I also want to do some legal stuff, so I won't have any problems with using the banking card.
yeah, because guys, we don't have any like other options, you know, now. But I still don't have a foreign card, but maybe I will start fixing this issue soon because yeah. I also want to get buy me coffee, buy me beer and stuff like that, but I can't. Oh, Carol, thank you, Sean, for buying a ticket to visit Buran. If you come here one day, you could also bring your tent and sleep for sleeping in Buran as you did in your Peter apartment. Yeah, by the way, in Germany, like, you know, to save money, I can sleep in a tent. And this Buran in Germany is not protected as like in Russia or in Kazakhstan, where this golden bankrupt went. So, yeah, danke schön, Carol. By the way, Dario, have you ever slept in the tent in like, never?
I wanted like to go on camping, but then that didn't work out. I plan to go to Karelia. So yeah, I never
Mm.
tried, but maybe I will one day. I don't know. For a few days, okay. For more than few
Yeah,
days,
for a few days, okay. For me, actually, you know, to be honest, I slept in a tent for almost 2 years, but in apartment, you know, in my Soviet
yes, I
apartment.
remember.
But in the nature, I slept. I don't remember, but maybe 2 times in my life only, and you know, it's enough for me one day because I'm afraid to sleep. Like, you know, I hear some sounds. I'm afraid that some bear is coming or something. Because actually, like, you know, like when you sleep in the nature on the tent, you really hear some sounds of some animals. You know, it could be small animals like crot. You know how crot in English
Yeah,
is,
I don't
but
know. We can translate, but
like
I don't know.
you know this blind mouse. How you call it? I forgot.
More.
Ah, yes, mole, KGB mole. That's why I know FBI mole from Spy Stories. Yes. Uh, for example, and you know you can't see it, but you hear it. So you think,
Hmm.
what is it coming to your tent and stuff like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. Like comfort, more or less. Like I, even though I was sleeping on the floor, I was in Natasha's apartment on some water mattress. I've been sleeping on the sofas in Georgia, like where I did sleep in Georgia. But I think I like to feel safe, and I know like I would like to try. Let's say one day camping, maximum 2 days camping.
Yeah,
But that's it. That's it.
yeah. But you know, in my Soviet apartment, I felt safer in the.
No, I
Yeah,
mean US apartment. I meant like outside thing.
yeah. I understand. Yeah. Okay, we have another $5 from Kimo. The look on Darius' face. Sergey heard bottles under your table. What you drink in Thailand? What is Dairy choice of drink, especially in Turkey? Wow, interesting question. Well, it's just fall uh, lead from this energy drink. By the way, guys, it's original Red Bull comes from Thailand, not your capitalist Swiss Red Bull, but you know the original Red Bull comes from Thailand, guys. But Dari, what do you like to drink, like especially in Turkey? Kimo asks.
No, in Turkey, not Turkish tea. Like I didn't like it. I like depends. Coffee, I like coffee. I like my coffee routine. I like matcha. I'm flexible, but as
Mm,
for alcohol, I think it's white dry wine and probably cider and champagne, like sparkling wines.
mm,
Yeah. No, I'm not a big fan of strong alcohol.
mm. Wow, Daria is like I think like an expert. I imagine Daria is like in some restaurant, you know, with wine, like very good wine and stuff. I've also
Well,
want.
been studying in Austria, and my university was specializing in wine business.
Mm,
We had our own vineyard, like on the territory of university, and I was hanging out with the students from that faculty, and they were telling me so much about wine. So after studying there for 6 months and getting like the inside knowledge, like I started liking wine much more. Before it was like cider, but
mm,
now no. After that,
wow. No, yeah, Daria is expert. You see, guys, in this
I'm
drink.
far from
Yeah.
as
No, yeah, I'm expert in that, like cheap drinks and stuff. Baltica, Naina, Hota, Krepka, Gopnik, beers.
horrible.
Well, yeah, I don't really drink it, but in my teenage years I tried it. But yeah, guys, I don't drink that much, to be honest. Even though it seems maybe like I drink, but
You don't
yeah, in
believe it.
Thailand I drink, but in Russia I almost never drink. So I'm doing sport, and yeah, so in Thailand, yeah, I drink this. Thank you very much, Kimo. Mouse the German, Danke schön. Hope you fixed your live stream. Think like yeah. What did you send? It's like drinks. Yeah, thank you very much. Uh, I mean, I will drink. Oh wait, it's another $50. It was like it's all donation. Uh,
We
what?
have a donation, Jean Claude. Thank you so much. Let Sergey have a good Thai beer and our glass of Spanish wines. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Jean Claude Ben. Yes, when I meet Daria, I will also, how to say, because of her, I get all these donations as well, you know. So, like, I will, no, how to say, buy her some wine because of her also on this live stream. Like, thank you guys, you donate. And yeah, Thai beer also I drink. But you know, in Thailand, it's like in bars, it's difficult to drink because a lot of so-called bar girls, and they always ask you to buy them a beer. So you get tired of it. So I don't go to bars anymore. So yeah, guys, no, Daria, I think we can answer like last questions. Yeah, like
Mhm.
maybe 5-10 minutes. So guys, ask your questions. Or maybe yeah, let's check the chat. What people said in the chat also. Hello HR. I believe it's Hell Fresh on here. Yes, from Sri Lanka. All that actually Swiss, Austrian, not Swiss. Yes, Austrian Red Bull. Yeah, sorry. Russian energy drink is 4% water, 200. Well, Dari, by the way, do you drink energy drinks? No?
No,
You drink coffee?
I drink coffee. I'm addicted to coffee, unfortunately.
Yeah. Me too. No, I drink energy drinks mostly, but yeah. Uh, Soviet Santa brought him vegetables, his stockings. Uh, my French daughter. Dari, where are you now? Dari is in Spain, but yeah, then she's going. Cheese. Так, 1 second. I'm free. Um, no, okay, guys, I don't see any new questions.
Mhm.
It's a nice drink. Poison. Dari, do you want to settle in Europe or America?
I never been in the States, so I can't say, but I feel comfortable in Europe.
Yeah. Dari, will you marry me? I'm free next Tuesday. Well, I don't know. It's any plans to. No, yeah, guys. Okay, I think we have to thank Dari. By the way, subscribe to her channel. It's like in the description, in the name, Dari Step. She films a lot of travel videos and very quality ones. She like shows like in my opinion when she visits some country, she films like different sides of the country or the city she visits. You know, she visits like different places of like yeah. It's like if you want to visit some country, I think you better watch Dari Step video because she shows all the sites. You know, like all the sites, not just like some I don't know vlog or something, but like she really prepares. I see it. Ah,
Thank you so much for the nice words.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And she's very good.
Everybody. Thanks
Yeah,
everybody for thank you for inviting me. It was a pleasure speaking with you and replying to the comments.
yeah. Okay, wait. Last question. Half Russian, another YouTuber asks, "What are traditional drinks in Thailand?" Well, like I showed it in the video. I don't think I have it now, but it's kratom. It's like a drink from some tree which gives you an energy, but it's prohibited in Russia because it's considered to be like a light drug in Russia. So I drink it sometimes here. It's like natural energy drink. So yeah, Kratom. Watch my video about getting sport in Russia. Okay, guys. She's a very smart girl, very high IQ. Yeah, you see, people say about you. By the way, do you know your IQ, Dari? Did you ever check
Now
some? Uh, well, I think I have maybe 110 IQ. I don't know. Yeah. No, okay, guys. I finished this live stream. Subscribe to Dari. Push like before it's not too late. You know, or my security will come after you. And bye. Okay, we
thanks.
finish. Yeah. A, arrivederci. No, arrivederci Italian. A te logo. You understand? It's in Portuguese.
Portuguese. That's
Yeah, yeah. Okay, goodbye. Subscribe to Diary.